Well, everyone, it isn't off going mad here at Partizan Belgrade. We're 20 days into the January window and we've broken 3 Serbian transfer records for player sales in receiving record fees. So who's left? Well, we're just going to have to find out. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gravediggers. It's Partizan Belgrade time. And oh my word, it has been massive. It's been massive. As I said, we've had 3 record transfer fees, one after the other, in terms of player sales. Some big players have left, not just for now, but also for the future. And I must admit, I wasn't too concerned about letting them happen. All 3 of the big sales were ultimately taken out of my hands at the end of the day, because the board accepted the transfer bids, but 2 of them were for players who'd said they wanted to leave for different reasons, and one of them was a transfer we were kind of happy to make. Christian Balic did also get his move, but you know what, I'm talking in riddles, so let's just find out what's been going on. So you may remember that I said that Kofi Jeremy Amoko wasn't happy. He felt like he was never going to be good enough here, even though I felt like I'd given him no reason to not be. He'd made 7 starts, had 2 player of the match appearances, 3 sub appearances, and he'd also played in the... he made quite a lot of appearances in Europe for us, which I would have liked to have thought would have shown how important I felt he was. And a few league appearances, admittedly, most of them off the bench, but bear in mind, he's young, he's just coming to the club, and we have got the foreign player restrictions as well. And Mirko Topic has obviously been doing his thing, but he wanted to leave, and Hoffenheim hit his release clause at 10.25 mil, so that was done. I was saying about Rudy Bargi being a bit hit and miss, and I felt like Lomolino de Araujo was probably the better option we had, with Ristic coming through as well. And so Bayer Leverkusen came in and offered, I think, 14 mil for him, and the board were like, it's too good to turn down. I think we do have a 30% profit included in that as well of his next sale. So if he does well at Leverkusen, who are currently sat second, which is pretty good going for them, and he moves on, then we should see a little bit of that money. The other big sale, Adriano Onyebruli, he came to me saying Villa bid for him, and for like something like 6 mil, and there was no way I was going to accept that for him. No way. So I rejected it, and he was like, I wanted to go to Villa. Why did you turn it down? I was like, well, because you're really important. And he was like, I'm not interested, I want to go to a bigger club. And I was like, well, I'll let you leave if they offer a substantial bid for you that matches our valuation. And basically, in the end, Gijón bid for him for 13.25 mil, which I think is a little bit less really than what his value was. But again, the board accepted it, and again, this like with Bargi, it wasn't a hill that I was going to die on. Like I was quite happy to, because he was going to leave at the end of his contract in 18 months' time on a free. Basically, he said, well, I'm going to leave at the end of my contract, so it's like, well, I'm going to have to cash in on you. So that's what happened. So we went to Gijón. And there is also a percentage of profit in on that as well. And as I said, Balic did get his move. He went to Spal. Maybe that says more about his level than ours. But he'd been a decent player for us since we took over here. He joined on a free from STONKS. Actually been at West Ham. Wow. And he'd been pretty consistent for us, really, over the seasons. And he's gone to Italy. Spal, they're in Serie B, so where are they actually sitting in the table? 16th, so he's gone from us to them. So, we'll see what happens with his career. But it was it was Amoko, and then Johansson, and then Bargi literally went out like every sort of couple of days. As you can see, 1st, 4th, and then 9th. And each of these were record transfer fees. So Amoko for 10.25 was a record, then Johansson for 11.75, and then Rudy Bargi. So as you can see, we've made 72 mil But we have reinvested it. So Jose Maria, you may remember I touched on this guy. My scouts found him in Brazil. So we hit his release clause. He's basically a straight replacement for Onyebuli. He's more of a playmaker than a CM that Onyebuli was often used as. So he'll probably take their role of that Mitsala on. But obviously we're not going to be able to register him for either of our games today against Mjällby and Wien because he's not ready. We physically can't register him. Faris Yusufu is joined. So once we get these two games out the way, we'll look to actively move on Andrew. There's a few teams interested in him. We'll look to sort of maximise that before the deadline day finishes. And I did just briefly show you this guy, Stanislav Benda. Now, he came up on our scouts, and I'm pretty sure I remember playing against him when we played Slavia Prague last season in the Champions League, I think it was. 18 years old, he's already got 12 caps for the Czech Republic. Basically, the reason why I ended up going in for him, aside from the fact that he's really good, obviously we just made a load of sales so I could afford him. Also, Liverpool were interested in him, and I was like, I need to get him because he looks class, and if he develops as well as he looks like he can do, then someone like Liverpool is going to come in for him and is going to go big money for him. I don't think he has a release clause in his contract. No, he doesn't. So I was like, someone's going to go big for him. Now you might think, yeah, but you've got Dela Basic, who is carrying this team at times. We'll touch on schedule in a bit. 33 goals in all comps is just insane. I could have sworn I thought it was more, but no, 33 goals in all comps apparently. He's just an absolute machine, this guy. Like, he is just banging in goals left, right and centre, including hat-tricks. He scored a hat-trick. Go on, we'll touch on schedule now. So, after I saw you against Arsenal, we then beat Subotica. Then had a horrific game against IMT. We went 3-0 up. It then went to, I want to say 3-2, and then it went 4-2, and then it went 5-3, I think. Oh no, did it go 5-2 and then it went to 5-4, and honestly it was just awful. We then played Trabzon and we came down from behind twice here, but as you can see, Dela Basic getting a hat-trick again. Massive result for that. And then we lost our first game of the season here against Subotica, who at this point were 15th place in the table. Just look at these match stats. 3 shots for them, 3 on target. An XG of 0.83. Bear in mind, 0.78 of that comes from this penalty. Their winner was an awful looping header, which Andrew, as you can see with the 6.3, really should have done better with. Our XG was almost 5, and we just couldn't get the ball in the net. Dela Basic had a stinker. But don't let that detract from the fact that he's been massive for us. So it does mean, with this tactic at the moment, I am debating switching to more of like a 2-striker tactic to potentially get Dela Basic and Benda in the team. But we'll see. We'll have to look at what the assistants recommend and where we go from that. So this is currently our strongest 11, really, after those player sales in particular. So it's basically, this is going to be the team for the Mjällby game, and we've got to win this. Like, last time we played Swedish opposition, they beat us in Bromby. So we really need to get this done. They've got Tobias Linderoth, who used to play for Everton, as their manager, and they've just signed one of our players, Stasevich, for like 325k, which I was quite happy to get done, to be honest with you. They're also not doing very well in the league. They're 15th. Oh no, excuse me, the league's not started yet. That's why. Barry's wanting more game time, isn't he? Go on, let's play Barry over Dela Basic just because he's wanting more game. In fact, you know what? No, we'll play Dela Basic and we'll bring Barry on to get him some sharpness, and then we'll play him against Austria, Wien. Kostic, we've given a new contract to, just because he's really started to come really good lately, weighing in with assists, goals, etc. So, and I think he's a really good influence to have around the club. But as you can see, a lot of other players are wanted. Moname is wanted by Dortmund, and he has said he's going to leave on a free at the end of his contract. But I don't want to sell him now because I don't feel like I can replace him with anyone good enough yet. He's not worth much either, which is really annoying. He's actually worth 2.8 mil at the most. But I'm not in a position really where I think I can sell him yet, because I need to find someone to replace him with, and for the next stage of the Europa League, I don't want to have to be making too many changes, because obviously you can only make so many replacements and register so many new players. So I think this is what we go with for now, and just hope that we can get the job done. So far, all the media chatter has been about Mjällby being noticeably weaker than us, and I feel like it's just setting us up for a fall. But we'll see. Hopefully, we can put out a strong showing. And just out of interest, then let's swap this for the latest table, because this is where it's really important. We are currently on 10 points, sitting in 17th. So a win here has the potential to really catapult us up the table. And we're playing Wien next to a currently above us, so that could also be massive in terms of the final standings. For us, we're still on course to overtake Austria in the coefficient, so getting a result against Wien will be humongous. It's definitely doable still for us to come into the top 8, but it is going to be a bit of a stretch. We need a lot of results to go our way. Rogan plays an incredible ball to Dela Basic. Literally I don't think anyone saw that coming apart from Rogan. I thought he was playing it to Lomolino de Araujo. Costa trips it in. Yeah. We could also do with doing better than Trabzonspor, because Turkey are in 8th, so I need to try and close the coefficient gap to them as well. Alcalde, Di Araujo. Oh, lovely ball. Dela Basic should be a goal. He should have scored. Why are we balanced, everyone? Kostic. Come on, Alexic. Alcalde, what a goal. He came to me saying he wanted more game time, so we've given it to him, and he has repaid us with what a finish. What a goal. Yeah, we've switched Topic to an anchor rather than a deep line playmaker on support, to try and give it a little bit more protection across that back line, because as you can see, we were conceding a lot of goals. The 4 against IMT, and then the 3 against Trabzon. Just fortunately, we were able to score 5 in each of those games. And here's Rogan. Just a bit of an aimless cross, really. Alcalde nearly scores again. It's a great save by Frödig and goal. Oof. Take that. So we need more of the same in this half now, just to get this result over the line. Jovic. Oh, there we go. 2-0 within a minute. I can't see how that can be disallowed. Surely Araujo wasn't offside. Surely. Yeah, goal awarded. 2-0. See what I mean? Look at that. 7 goals of the season for him. Was it actually Araujo they were saying was offside as well? Oh yeah, it was close actually. It was closer than it looked. And that should be the game now. To the Basic. Out to Jovic. Crosses. Alcalde should have scored. Yes. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, lovely football. What? Wait. Can we see that again? Will it let us see that again? I don't know if it will. I don't know if it's going to let us see that again. No, never mind. That was an interesting effort, to say the least. He tried to hit it with his left rather than hitting it with his stronger right foot. Jovic, Kostic. Kostic makes it 3-0. And that is game, set and match, I think. 56 minutes gone and we're 3-0 up against Mjällby, and that should be it now. Is it Jovic with the assist again? I'm much more enjoying this Nemanja Jovic compared to last season's Nemanja Jovic. So Jovic had an incredibly prolific pre-winter break of scoring like 13 goals or something, and then did nothing really in the second half of the season, scored like 2 goals or something like that. And he seems to be spreading out his contributions over the season so far anyway, and I am preferring that so much more, because at the end of the day we won nothing last season, and we could have done with some more big performances from him, which we just didn't get in the second half of the season to help carry us over. And Delabasic is not having a great game again, so it's time to bring on Louis Barry to get some match fitness up for the next game. Jovic we're going to take off because he's on a yellow. We'll bring on Yildiz, who's been playing very, very well recently. We'll rest Moname. We'll bring in Veljko Roskic, one of our youngsters. I think we'll bring in Vucic as well, and I think I might as well just make another sub. Maybe we'll bring in Zivanovic for Guillaume Gaspar, and we'll leave it at that. Just in time to see Alexic hammer in another free kick to make it 4-0. And we're going to give some of our younger players a good 20-minute run out here in the Europa League. Alexic makes no mistake. I mean, we can't actually see it go in with that replay. Thanks. But yeah, we'll take that. This is all just helping with the goal difference, which is lovely. Could we get a fifth? Rogan, no. But yeah, Roksic is a youngster who is coming through the development centre and looks like he could potentially be ready for some minutes in this second half of this season, which is really nice to see. We'll take that. A lovely 4-0 win. Yeah, this is Roksic, sorry. Just trying to get him to work on his passing, but he's 20. He's come through the youth team, so we'll see how he does. So what that means going into the Austria-Wien game is we really need to win, and we need Man United to lose. Who are they playing next? Hajduk Split. They will probably win that. Christophe Gaultier in charge. They're 11th in the league though. But yeah, we need United to lose if we're to have any chance of coming in the top 8. And then we also need Wolfsburg, Levante and Lazio to not win either. So it looks like we're probably going to end up in the league phase knockout thing. So just to follow up on what we were talking about with Jovic. So this is just his league performances, which you can already see his average match rating is better than last season. But we'll ignore that because we'll look at... So last season he had 15 goals and 7 assists. So far this season he's got 9 goals and 15 assists. So he's already far more creative than he has been. He's on par with that creativity in that season. But he's still got plenty of games left to add to that. And honestly, this version of Jovic that we're having this season is so much better. I think his development-wise, he's plateaued. I don't think he's going to get any better than this, but his value to us is massive. So yeah, the only real change that we're making for this game is, as discussed, we're bringing in Louis Barry for Delabasic. Another poor performance from Delabasic last time out, so we're just going to give him a little bit of a rest out from the squad. Out from the starting 11, he's still in the squad, and give Barry some game time. Otherwise, it's as you were from last time out. Now we're once again at home here, and there is a thing on our calendar now about the knockout draw. I think the playoff knockout draw. So I don't know if that means that we are destined just to play in that now, regardless of what happens in this game, because Levante and Lazio literally just played the day before this. So I don't know if that now makes it potentially mathematically impossible for us to get into the top 8. I thought it might have shown us the table. Is it going to show us the table? Usually doesn't the table come up by this point? Like, sitting here. Maybe it's not going to. We'll keep an eye on the table. But it might be... It's physically impossible for us to get in the top 8. That's fine. We'll be on 13 points. And physically impossible. So we just need to get the result here. Hopefully, whether it will give us like a higher seeding for the playoff stage, or whether it literally makes no difference, I don't know. But as we touched on, beating Wien will give us a massive helping hand, I think, going into the next season for the coefficients. And who knows, like I said, it might give us an easier draw. Oh, what a ball. And Barry's in, and he hits it wide. That was a lovely little bit of play between Jovic and Alcalde. It was a great ball to find Barry, but yeah, couldn't find the target. Kostic trips it in. Come on, find another good cross. Moname, Jovic. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Just trying to see, we've got Italy, France, Germany, Portugal, Holland, England, France and Spain all going through as the top 8. I'm just looking at coefficients basically, because that is going to be the biggest one for us, is just getting the league as high up in the coefficient the ranking as possible. So obviously if we're destined to jump up above, Louis Barry scores. Lovely, another assist from Jovic. So as we touched on just before, he's now beaten his highest assist total since we've been here, with a lovely drilled in ball, and Louis Barry couldn't miss. Great finish. Yeah, I'm just playing for the coefficients really at the moment, in so many ways, because that is our biggest hope of maximising this league's European football potential. Going up a place, as we mentioned a few episodes ago, will mean that whoever comes second only has one game to play to get into the Europa League, the Champions League, rather than the 2, I think. Or maybe, yeah, it might be 2. It'll be one less game that they have to play anyway, which is just a big help. It means the season starts a little bit later. It means the season starts a little bit later. More time for prep, less burnout, hopefully. Yeah, it'll be really big for the league if we can do that. Obviously, the higher we can get up, we just need to be at a point where we can get 2 teams just to go straight into the group stage, really. Well, the main league phase, it's not group stage anymore. Yes, Gaspar gets his first goal of the season. And it's another assist from Jovic. Wow. Brilliant stuff. Lovely whipped in deep corner at Gaspar. And that is going to see us finish in 11th, barring any late miracles from Austria here. I'm assuming it's Austria-Wien. It might not be. That's offside. It might be Austria-Wien. It's not offside. I thought that was going to be offside. Alcalde, was it? With the ball. What a ball forward that is. I actually quite like that view for a replay. It's not bad because you can see, and they see Andrew going mad at the bottom. Wow. We'll take that all day long. Yeah, I thought he was well offside then, but obviously time does run to perfection. Alexic through to Kostic. We've got no one really getting into the 6-yard box for him. Obviously, for the next stage, we'll have like that Stanislav Benda, we'll have Jose Maria, Faris Yusufu. That's the thing, we could technically make more signing. He's offside. He wasn't offside. We could potentially make more signings. I think we have got a bit of budget to allow us to do so. But there's no point if we can't register them. And I don't think we'll be able to. It says we can do a maximum of 3 replacements. Now, maybe if we sell Andrew, and then we'll have to register Yusufu as a replacement, because you have to have so many keepers. But usually you can only register 3 new players. It's time to make some subs. We've not got any games coming up pressingly in the league. We've just got a couple of friendlies until then, but we might as well rotate and try and get some players some game time. And yeah, I'm going to bring Yildiz on because he's a good player. I like him. He usually chips in with something. We'll bring in Jokic as well. No, Alcalde's gonna got himself injured. Unlucky mate. So we'll bring on Lukic. Actually, no, we won't. We'll bring on Vucic, another youngster. Another some more minutes in the tank for a youngster. We've got one sub left to make. And who are we going to bring on? It's going to be another young player, surely. I think we bring on Roxic again. And we'll bring him in for the goal scorer, Gaspar. Zan Rogelj. That's not the Zan Rogelj who Zealand had, is it? On with Floridsdorfer. I mean, he's played a lot in Austria. I always felt like that Zan Rogelj he had was a new gen, but maybe it wasn't. Nice. Oh, lovely ball from Yildiz. Barry's shot is blocked. It's been a decent showing, to be fair. I think we've only lost one game, but it's been the draws which have killed us. Unfortunately, Stankom missed out. Now, ordinarily I wouldn't be that bothered. But again, it's all about that coefficient. But thankfully, A-Up missed out. And I think that was it. It was just them and Trabzon, but Trabzon went through. So that's fine. Just because Turkey's the next target above Austria. Okay. Never mind. I got smashed 5-0 by Arsenal. Bless them. So that means that we're going to have to wait until... Oh no, oh my word, I'll get there eventually. Until this day, when the draw is on the Monday the 1st of Feb, to see who we're going to play. It could be... I guess it could literally be anyone. It could be Derry City. It could be Hajduk, it could be Fehervar, but equally it could be Lazio. Wolfsburg we have beat before. It could be any one of them, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves, it could literally be any one of them. I am a little bit optimistic about the Cup, actually, because Stankom, Red Star are all out. The only team left who can really threaten us, I would say, is Vojvodina, and obviously we battered them 6-2 in the last episode. So I'm optimistic about us potentially getting our hands on the Cup this year. In terms of the league, 8 points clear of Vojvodina in second, and 10 points clear of Stankom in third, and 15 points clear of Red Star in fourth. But yeah, as you can see, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 1 defeat. That 1 defeat coming at Brøndby, of all teams. But we've drawn against Arsenal, Stuttgart, and Sporting, and then beaten... Oh, look at that. Oh, we beat Slavia Prague early on. Oh my word, I'd completely forgotten about us actually playing Slavia Prague this season. So yeah, that must have been when we came across that Bender. Who we'll get to see very, very soon. I'm trying to think what else I've done. Oh yeah, I got this guy coming in on free, Carlos Mendes. Van Sass is leaving on a free at the end of the season. That's been confirmed. That's fine. He was literally just a depth option anyway. And we will now look to push out Andrew to make way for Faris Yusufu, I think. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, everyone. Yeah, as you can see, 8.74 mil in the budget. We've just got a new president as well, who isn't planning on making any significant investment yet. But we have now got our objectives for the next 5 years, and it's literally just win the league. So that seems to be the main thing that they're interested in. In terms of board culture, anything interesting there? No. Club atmosphere is generally quite good. Supporter culture is generally quite happy. Supporters are generally quite happy. It's all going pretty well. Just want to get these youth facilities up more now, and then we'll be laughing. So yeah, it's going pretty well, everyone. It's going pretty well. We're probably due a new contract soon, aren't we? When's our contract expire? 2029. 2 years time. We'll get them to do it in the summer. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with how this is going so far, everyone. I hope you are as well. I hope you're really enjoying it. We've now passed 200 subscribers, so thank you to every single one of you. It really means a lot. And yeah, hope you continue to enjoy the episodes. Bye for now, everyone, and I'll see you very soon.